We are from Group 5 and now we will sharing about freshman experience. Okay. In the first, let me introduce myself. My name is Devina Permatasari. People usually call me Devina and I'm still 18 years old and I was born and living in Solo. And now I'm study at Telkom University and I choose ICT business for my majoring. And I will tell you about my experience as freshman year in Telkom. And now I'm in the second semester and I was through the first semester with a lot of colors. And I feel different because now I live a pace of life as a college student, not a student at school anymore. But I excited when trying adaptation with this new condition. And because we were still living at home in this pandemic, so we learned from online and I had meet my friends in person, even if we only meet on the internet. But I'm so grateful because I had so many good friends who helped me for every time I got in trouble or when I didn't understand the lesson the professor was giving. That's why I cannot wait to see them soon. On the second or third week of early entry, we usually hold a Zoom meeting to discuss what lesson we don't understand together, and we can share the knowledge and correct the wrong each other. But it didn't last long, maybe only 5 times we did it. But even though my friends are always there for me when I need help, and I usually ask my friends for help in person. And I like to help another friend when asking me for help and if I can. And I have also had a lot of problems like the camera doesn't work, my broken speaker cannot access an account or fit into link, and because we learn through the system makes me a little burdensome because I'm unfamiliar and new to me, and there's a lot more to me than having a friend who is always there and help me solve the problem. Then I joined the CIS organization. It's mean like English club, and I choose movie making division because I love watching movies and I interest to making movie. And besides that, I'm also like acting because we can play character with her. And then I have tried join participant in the brand ambassador international class hunting. Even though I didn't make it and lose, but I have new experience and I was trying my best, so I'm not regret anything and maybe I will try again in other teams. And I think that's all about my experience, but it's so memorable for me. And thank you.
Okay, next, I'm Ita and I will explain about my experience. So, let me introduce myself. My name is Ita Tasya Safira and you can call me Ita. I'm 17 years old and I'm living in Bandung and now I'm studying at Telkom University majoring ICT Business. Okay, next, I'm Ita and I will explain about my experience. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Ita Tasya Safira and you can call me Ita. I'm 17 years old and I am living in Bandung. And now I study at Telkom University majoring ICT Business. Even though it's only the second semester, I want to share my experience when I entered college. So, in this session, I will explain about my reason why I choose ICT business. I think the biggest reason why I choose ICT business is to continue my family business or develop new business. Because my brother always asked me to take business major in college. The other reason is to improve my English skills because this is international school, international class, which of course use English. so I can improve my English skill to be beside business management lesson. And for my fifth reason is my choice because I was inspired by my brother which take business major in college too. Then I think business major it suits for me. So in this slide, I will explain my experience. So first is experience in academic. In this semester, which is semester 2, I have gained a lot of experience, which is very exciting and also useful. Well, even though this year I still don't meet face to face, I still feel happy while studying in this lecture. Due to the pandemic from COVID-19, we were forced to study online. Second is application for online learning. There are several applications that are used to learn online. One of which is Zoom. And the first time I used Zoom or other application, I felt that all of this was very complicated. Starting from checking the microphone, camera, and signal, but after time went by, I didn't feel so complicated anymore, and this became my routine every time there was a lecture. And the last is I have so nervous. And the first time I went to college, I was very nervous. Maybe everyone has experienced this too. I don't know. Then I felt that this lecture was very different from high school, where we were studying. We rarely had discussion with friends or teachers. When in lecture, we can discuss in class, talking about the material, and most importantly, I think we always support each other when lecture are taking place. Okay, so I think that's all for me for my experience when I entered college.
Hello, I'm Najwan Rumaliza Putri. I'm 19 years old, and being a freshman majoring in ICT Business Management feels quite difficult but exciting, especially when I was in high school in the science department. Of course, I never studied economics, but don't get me wrong, I have basic management knowledge from my parents who are entrepreneurs. That's why I've always loved the world of business, especially on accounting principle. My feeling is 70% extremely excited because I have a chance to enter international class that provides international program too, and only the chosen ones can answer it. And unfortunately, I feel 30% quietly tired because of the many assignments from the new student orientation program and the assignment of each lecture of the course as well. In the first week, all subject convey basic knowledge, so I can still keep up with. And most of the lecturers also say that a student majoring in science in high school and then studying management is not a rare thing, or can be said it's normal. It feels calm in my heart, meaning the lecture will convey knowledge early so both student majoring in science and social in high school can be balanced their knowledge. Then, entering the second and third week, I got used to before face-to-face learning was done. I first read and understood the material to be delivered by the lecturer, so that when the lecture arrived, I explained that I could receive knowledge well. As time went on, I began to experience a bit of confusion because the level of material being studied was getting more difficult. Fortunately, in my own class, there were students who had studied economics from high school, so they mastered it more. When there was an assignment that I was confused about how to do, I consulted him, and he also taught me some tricks to make it easier to do. Increasingly, I'm used to more productive activities, like I first studied the material, then I return it. If I was confused, I ask. So far, I love my majoring, which of course I hope can be a proficient for my career later. Changing the status of a high school student to a college student, of course, Also change the mindset and learning strategies. What used to be just learning when the lecturer explained in class now has to catch up on mastering this material before the lecturer explained. I admit changing learning strategies is not easy, especially without serious intention and determination. Now is no longer the time to play. We have a lot to achieve in college, especially relation, skills, and knowledge. Here are some of my new strategies. First, learn before being taught, because so that when the lecturer explains the material, we are not so empty, even though we have only mastered a little knowledge first. Second, pay close attention when the lecturer explains. By paying close attention, staying away from noise places and keeping things away that can distract us, that way we will be able to accept the knowledge well. Third, ask immediately if there is any confusion. Never postpone if you experience something confusing. Don't hesitate to ask questions right away, because asking questions during the lesson is better than confusion in the end. Fourth, repeat the lesson. That way, we will master the material and not be quick to forget about it. Finally, the fifth strategy is discussion with friends. Asking questions and re-explaining to other friends can make us richer in knowledge and really help them if there is a part that they are confused about. Those are some of the strategies that I've done well until now, and I admit that my grades are getting better and I can follow the lesson well soon. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm 18 years old Telkom University student Nazwa Sharifuddin, who will be the next to present my experience in my major ICT business. Before I tell you more about why I chose this major, first I would like to tell about how excited I am and what is my feeling during my first week as a freshman. So, in the days leading up to PKKMB, I already feel excited. I can imagine I've become a college student. The day before the PKKMB officially started, Telkom held a dress rehearsal to do the exercise and check whether there was anything missing or not to do the PKKMB. However, on the day of rehearsal, I woke up a little late and it made me really panic. The things that I need to prepare, I haven't prepared, which makes me panic even more. However, when the PKKMB was held on the first day, I was not late, so as not to make me panic. Likewise, with the second day and last day of the PKKMB, I did it smoothly and didn't break any rules. When lectures were about to start, I became even more excited, but I feel anxious too. Remembering this was the first time I was really far away from my old friends, which required me to really make friends for my college life. I require myself to dare to greet my friends, and I really do and have managed to get lots of friends to these days. Likewise, when the first day of college was held, I had to be braver than my high school days. I dared to ask the lecturer as well as my friends. Moreover, I really need to be brave when I do a group work. I was very surprised when I received the assignment for the first time. It was completely different from the assignment I received in high school, which made me confused about how I answered, and I ended up getting poor grades. But I'm not sad because it was the introduction period. I have to develop more and I have to enjoy it for the next day. In the following days, I enjoyed doing my lecture, and of course, I felt ready when I received assignments from the lecturers, as well as feeling ready when doing a group work. And I feel very happy until now because I enjoy and feel comfortable with my lecturer environment. My hope and all my friends are that we all can meet and study offline so that we can feel more about what it feels like to be in your place of study. In this slide, I would like to tell about my reason why my final choice is ICT business. I think the main reason is to continue my family business. Recently, my father always asks me and my siblings to be prepared to continue the business. He afraid that when he has passed away, the business is no longer active, then neglected, or fallen into the hands of other people outside the family environment. Well, his hope is not only me, but the two persons who only learn about business things, me and my sisters. My other reason is this major is not my father's choice. It is also my choice. Well, I joined the SNMPTN and SBMPTN, but I got rejected by them all. And my sister told me that this major may be suited for me. Before I choose this major, I asked my sister advice what major should I choose. Then she asked me what things that I like. I told her that I like calculating things, but I don't like science thing. Remind me that in high school I chose a science major, and sometimes it makes me difficult to do it. So she recommended me to choose ICT business. She said that this major is very good and give us better facilities. The more I know about how difficult science thing, my dream job is to work in companies like Google, Shopee, or any startup company. It is not really hard like medical. That's why I chose this major. Well, the first week in my major, I felt troubled and confused. It feels like I chose the wrong major. But the longer I have been and continues to study in this major, I feel really comfortable with my major and I hope I keep feeling this way. Well, that is my story about my first week experience as a freshman year and my reason why I chose this major. Thank you.
So that's all for our group's experience. See you on the next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.